We are at a new low.
Jasmine Simone works as a professional cuddler, using the power of platonic touch therapy to help adults struggling with issues from intimacy to anxiety to loneliness. Where are we right now? We're sitting on a bed right now.
This is my day bed, and this is what we use when people want to actually engage and touch. We can touch, and we don't need to be romantically involved, and it's still a really beautiful thing.
This is the best way I can explain it. It's kind of like, let's say you have someone who is like unhealthy, right? Someone who's unhealthy or they're overweight.
I know you're going.
And instead of fixing their diet, they're like, you know what? I'm just going to drink Diet Coke.
Yep.
It's like, well, why don't you just drink something healthy and have a healthy lifestyle? Stop trying to do a workaround because you're making it harder for yourself long term instead of just conquering the problem. And that's what I see when I see this whole Cuddler thing. Like, your problem is that you might have some problem with intimacy or for whatever reason. And listen, I'm not judging. People have issues for whatever reason.
Yep.
That's not my job to call you out on that. But I think it is your job as a person with the issue to go find help.
Yeah.
Like therapists and in that nature to help you with that issue so that way you can move past it. Opposed to you getting like a cuddler and I just having like fake, like it's like you're not even sleeping. It's just weird.
Okay. Listen, I actually had that same exact thought as you did, right? I thought, okay, you need to address the underlying problem, but let me throw this out, right? Let me see what you think about this. So my first reaction was a mixture of pity and negative judgment. 'Cause I was like, these people are weird, but I'm sorry. I'll be honest. I'm being honest with you guys. All right, we're real here. But after I thought that, I said, okay, well, wait a second. Is this really any different from any other form of self-care? What about people who go to the gym when they're stressed out? What about people who go get massages or spa days or who have therapy pets, right? To me, it's like, maybe it seems weird to us now because it's not the norm, but was a therapy pet always the norm? I mean, were self-care days always the norm? So I don't know. And also, this does seem closely related to a therapist to me. You go to see a therapist to talk it out and try to, I guess, get talk therapy. This is maybe touch therapy. I'm trying to see it from a different angle, but overall, I do agree with you that you got to address the underlying issue somehow, like whatever that looks like.
I mean, I guess the way that I see it is that, like, okay, if you're paying to be touched, eventually I feel like, well, there's going to be some kind of line that's going to be crossed, and like, I don't know, there's just too much like blurry stuff in between that. So I don't know. To me, it's just pointless. So what's going to happen is you're going to pay to have this cuddler that you're probably going to meet, you're probably going to be friends with, and then you're doing somewhat intimate with them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So at what point in time you're going to want to progress it, and it's not going to progress, so it's not going to hurt you more, because then it's like, if you have problems with intimacy, and you want to go further, they're going to turn you down. So it's like, what's going to happen? You get like a new cuddler?
Experts warn that if cuddle therapy ends abruptly, there can be feelings of abandonment, rejection, loss, and even despair.
That's a good point.
You're just going to keep having issues. So I'm like, just find out why you have a problem with intimacy. And like I said, no judgment. I'm not God. I'm not your dad or whatever. Go figure that out, and then, set yourself up with someone who might also have problems with intimacy. Maybe you guys might relate. Maybe you might be able to start a decent relationship and you guys can take your time and work into something. I don't know. But like, just hiring someone to cuddle with you, no. Like, I just don't think that's it. And the guy who volunteered himself on the news to answer that, like, no, what are you doing, man?
Hey, hold on, that's a whole other thing. Hold on. Let's put that to the side. So, if I'm not, y'all can fact check me on this, but I'm pretty sure that, okay, there's a difference between loneliness and intimacy. And then also, intimacy always does not include sexual behavior. So, these folks, I wonder if, to me, this type of thing will not cure intimacy problems, because you're not going to get that deep connection with someone you're paying to come cuddle you for a little while. You might fix the loneliness a little bit, maybe, because the loneliness, they'll be there to keep you company and talk to you a little bit and rub your head, I guess. And then the sexual thing is definitely not happening because that's not part of the package. So, but I wonder if the loneliness piece of it that helps him at all. I don't know. I don't understand the psychology behind it. Because again, like if you work out, for example, if you work out once or twice in your life and never work out again, the benefits are going to go away eventually. So you keep doing it. So for these folks, obviously they're lonely and they hire this person to come every so often. Maybe that's something they just have in their routine to keep them from feeling lonely. I don't know.
It's like you're paying someone to be like I guess, your friend.
Yeah,
but then they're not really your friend. They don't really care about you. So
that's what I'm saying. That's the intimacy part. They don't have that because y'all not really friends. Y'all don't really care about each other. But their loneliness, wouldn't that help that or no?
I don't know. I feel like you're just setting yourself up for failure and for more heartbreak because you're tricking yourself to believing that this person is your friend.
Yeah.
And then what happens when they find a new job and they don't want to cuddle with you anymore? What's gonna happen?
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're 100% right. This would be good if it is a short-term remedy, like a therapist, because therapy is supposed to end. It's not supposed to go forever. People think it's supposed to last forever,
which is crazy that people think that it's supposed to last for. Like, I've been in therapy for 20 something. I'm like, what in the world?
I know.
Like, if you have serious problems, like, okay, I get it. But there's a lot of people I meet, their problem ain't that serious.
I was gonna say, like, we're not medical professionals. We're not trying to purport like we are, we know everything
masters
about,
of the mind or something. Yeah,
we don't.
No.
We're just but it does seem like most therapy is not meant to be indefinite. So
yeah.
So if this was a temporary fix, then I could see maybe a temporary way to get yourself going, to go out and find out how you can get yourself to meet people in whatever way is comfortable for you. But if it's something you plan on doing for the rest of your life, no.
Yeah, I mean, just gotta, like I said, stop trying to put a Band-Aid over something you need surgery for.
Yeah.
Go get surgery.
Yeah.
So ultimately, guys, I'm going to say that this is a bad decision, and this is quite frankly a decision I don't understand. What are you gonna say?
I think it's a bad decision. I don't really understand it either, the underlying psychology, but it's a bad decision on the surface. So, I think.
All right, decision makers. If you think this is a good decision, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think this is a bad decision, leave a like, leave a comment. All right, guys, go get cuddles.
From someone who likes you?
From someone who likes you.